There have been several comments lately asking me to build an Enderman farm. And while experimenting, I came to some conclusions in that there are two efficient ways that we can get this done. But don't fast forward just yet, because this farm may or may not be for you. And that is because this specific design does not produce experience. So if you're looking for easy ways to gain tons of experience, I would still highly recommend just building a simple melon and pumpkin farm and trading with cured farmers. It doesn't get any simpler than that, and it is super duper efficient. Or if you want an absolutely crazy source of AFK experience, and you don't mind putting in the work, building a guardian farm is definitely the way to go. Or even like a split density mob farm will give you tons of experience, plus a bunch of really useful items, like gunpowder and bones and all sorts of stuff. And that's the thing about using Enderman farms as experience, is you're only gaining pearls, and we can get experience from tons and tons of farms, plus useful items as well. I think some of the misconception about Enderman farms as experience comes from Java, because Java really can't AFK experience for the most part anyway, so Enderman farms are the way to go. But in the next episode, we will build an Enderman farm that does give you experience, that you can get looting from, and that uses an endermite and fall damage. I just have to finish working out the kinks. But basically, the Endermen hate the endermite, they fall and take some damage, and then you whack them with your sword. The main reason we can't build an easy AFK experience farm using Endermen is that they don't take damage from tridents. So on Java, you can't build trident killers anyway. So using Endermen as a manual source of experience is a no-brainer. But on Bedrock, we have trident killers that we can attach to thousands of farms and get experience that way. So using Enderman farms as experience on Bedrock doesn't make much sense. Now, to AFK kill the Enderman without tridents, we could use TNT, potions, water, fall damage, lava. But TNT and potions cost you things. You have to AFK other farms in order to farm those items to then farm Endermen. So using fall damage seems like the way to go to get experience from Endermen, because it doesn't cost you anything, but you will have to whack them with your sword. But that's why we're going to build this simple design just for pearls. This will produce about 5 rows of pearls per hour. So if you want tons and tons and tons of ender pearls in a super easy way, then this design is for you. These are all the materials you will need to build it, so I mean it's crazy cheap and easy. It shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes to build this farm. Without further ado, let's jump into it. So we need to go to the edge of an island where there is just nothing but void out there. So no sticky out parts to the island, no floating islands, none of that stuff. And we're going to pillar out by 64 leaves. So 64 leaves going out. And once you're 64 blocks away from the island, turn around and look at it and see if you see any Endermen. If you do see Endermen, it means that you're playing on a higher simulation distance than 4. In which case, you need to go out by 2 full stacks of leaves, not just 1. But either way, whether it was 1 stack or 2, the very, very last leaf block is going to be your AFK spot. So mark this somehow. Maybe build a little archway to keep you safe. You could even expand this if you're extra nervous about Endermen, to give you like a tunnel to hide in. But either way, just remember which leaf it is that is your AFK spot. Mark this leaf in some way so that you can remember. Now we're going to go out by 21 more leaves from your AFK spot. So 21 leaves. Then on the 22nd from your AFK spot, we're going to place down a leaf or a block so that we can place a chest on top. Now, if you want more storage, you can just continue placing chests going up. Remember that this farm produces about an entire double chest of pearls per hour, so just keep that in mind and place as many chests as you need. We're going to build the farm aligned with the topmost chest, so it's okay no matter how many chests you have. But we do want to place hoppers aligned with each other, pointing into all of the chests. And if you need to, you can place temporary solid blocks and then break them out, or you can just place leaves and leave them there. Either way, we just need hoppers pointed into the backs of these chests. Then from the topmost hopper, we're going to go back by 9 solid blocks. So 9 solid blocks from the topmost hopper, and on the 9th, we're going to go up by 1, and then back by 7 more. So we have 8 blocks on this second row. Then go up by 1 and back by 7 again. Then on this 8th block, we're going to go up by 1, place a slab on top of that block. So this one has 7 open blocks. The one in the middle has 7 open blocks. Then the one right here at the front has 8 open blocks. Now next to the hopper, we want to place solid blocks diagonally up from that hopper on each side. Then place 3 slabs above the hopper and on top of those blocks. Now we're going to go diagonally up, aligned with all of the blocks that we placed earlier, so that we'll be left with a canal. But don't place blocks in these corners back here next to the block that has the slab on it. So just go diagonally up on both sides, going all the way up. Because we're going to place water right here in the back next to that block with the slab on top. And this water should flow all the way to the hopper and then stop right before the hopper. So that's how you know if you built everything at the correct dimensions. Now up here on this very final block, we're going to go up by a solid block, then jump on top of it and go out by 7 more away from the water so that you have 8 blocks long from the water going out. Now from this very end block, we're going to go back toward the front with solid blocks until we're aligned with the very last block of water. So right there before those slabs, right here. And now just connect this into a rectangle that is right up against where the water canal is. So it'll be 8 by 22 when all is said and done. Now we just need to do the same thing on the other side. So another 8 by 22 platform starting right here. So again, go back by 8 and then go all the way across aligned with all of the water and then fill this in. So that now you have 2 8 by 22 platforms. And Endermen shouldn't start spawning and harassing you because you'll be too close to the spawn area. But since I'm flying around in creative, I am going to get some Endermen spawning. But now we need to cover these 2 platforms in scaffolding. So just place scaffolding on top of every block on both of these platforms. So that you have 2 8 by 22 sections of scaffolding with a hole in the middle revealing the water. Now we're going to place a temporary block on top of one of the corner scaffolding, so that we can go out in each direction by 1 block, and then just connect this all the way around, so that you'll have a solid block ring diagonally up from all of the scaffolding in a big ol' square, like so. Then place bottom slabs on top of all of these blocks going all the way around, so that none of these blocks have an open face. And this is what you should be left with. Now we just need to place in the water. And when placing your water, be sure not to aim at the scaffolding. You don't want to flood the scaffolding. You want to place the water on the backmost solid blocks on the opposite sides from this center canal. And the water should flow right up to the center canal and stop. And you'll know if you skipped a block because it won't flow directly up to the center canal like so. So right there, we missed a water source. And so this is what we should be left with. The last thing to do is place 3 more solid blocks right here aligned with that middle platform so that they are 1 block above the bottom slabs here on the front. Just place these 3 blocks right there, and now you're totally done. This will keep Endermen from landing on the slabs. But now if you go to your AFK spot and just sit here, you will farm some pearls. And it really is as easy as that. But let me know in the comments what you're using your ender pearls for. You know, if you built this farm, it implies that you love your ender pearls. Maybe you're building a mini golf game that uses tons of them. Or maybe you just like them for transportation. I would love to know what kind of projects you got brewing and how you play the game. I'm always intrigued by the different play styles that everyone has. But that's all we got for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And be sure to leave a comment, even if it's just to say hi. I would love to hear from you. And tune in next time where we'll build the experience version of an Enderman farm. I just gotta work out some of the final kinks to make it as cheap and easy as possible for you to build. But always remember that you are totally awesome, and above all, don't forget to have fun. Bye-bye!